Welcome to the Cosmic Within podcast. We blend guided meditation with immersive sounds embedded with Brainwave technology to support deep relaxation, focused awareness, and restorative sleep. Each episode invites you inward, into a vast, quiet inner cosmos where the mind slows and the nervous system resets. African Savannah, a guided meditation. Close your eyes and allow your body to become still. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it gently for just a moment at the top, and release it fully, completely through your mouth. Let the exhale carry away the noise of the day. Let it carry away the lists, the obligations, the unfinished thoughts. Take another slow breath in. Feel your chest and your belly expand. And release again, long and slow. One more time, breathe in deeply. And let it go. Allow your breath now to settle into its own natural rhythm. You do not need to control it. Simply let it move through you like a warm wind, like the wind that moves across open land, like the wind that has been moving across open land for 10,000 years. Begin now to feel the ground beneath you. Feel it as something solid and warm. Not the floor of a room, not the cushion or the chair, but earth. Ancient earth, red and dry and deeply alive. The kind of earth that holds the memory of every creature that has ever walked across it. Let yourself sink into that earth now. Let the weight of your body drop down into it. You are held. You are supported by something far older than you, far older than anything you have ever known. Let that oldness be a comfort. The air around you is warm. Not uncomfortably warm, but the warmth of open space and wide sky. The warmth of a land that has known the sun for longer than memory. You can feel it on your skin, soft and dry and alive with faint fragrance. The smell of dry grass, golden and long. The smell of dust, fine and mineral and ancient. The faint green scent of acacia somewhere nearby. Something deeper underneath it all, the smell of the earth itself, dark and rich and patient. Breathe that smell in now. Let it fill you completely. Let it tell your nervous system that you are somewhere real. Somewhere vast, somewhere that does not require anything from you except your presence. You are standing at the edge of an enormous plain. It stretches out before you in every direction, further than you can clearly see. The grass is tall in places and short in others. It moves in long, slow waves as the wind passes through it. Golden and amber and pale green and the color of late afternoon light. The sky above you is immense. More sky than you have ever seen at one time. A blue so deep and clear it feels almost solid. White clouds move slowly across it, enormous and unhurried. They cast moving shadows across the plain below. Great slow shapes of darkness and light sliding across the land. You watch one of those shadows travel toward you. It passes over you, cool and brief. And then the full warmth of the sun returns to your skin. In the distance, you can see a line of flat-topped acacia trees. Their shapes are unmistakable against the sky, like something drawn by a careful hand. Deliberate, horizontal, perfectly themselves. Each one a small universe of shade and life and quiet. You begin to walk toward them slowly, with no particular urgency. The ground beneath your bare feet is warm and yielding. The grass brushes against your legs as you move through it. It makes a soft sound, a whisper, a susurration. The sound of a living thing acknowledging your passing. As you walk, you become aware of sounds beginning to emerge from the world around you. Not all at once, but gradually, the way sounds come when you finally stop and listen. First, somewhere above you, a bird. A high, clear call, 2 notes, repeating. Then another bird, further away, answering. Then the low hum of insects, vast and steady, beneath everything else. Like the sound of the land itself thinking. Then, faint and distant, something you feel as much as hear. A low vibration in the earth under your feet. You stop walking for a moment and simply listen. The sounds layer themselves one over another. And you realize that this world is enormously, constantly, quietly alive. That every square meter of ground around you is full of living things, going about the business of living with complete absorption, not performing, not displaying, simply being exactly and fully what they are. You reach the shade of the first acacia tree. Step into it and feel the temperature change immediately. Cool and dappled and still. The branches above you are intricate and precise. The leaves are small and numerous, letting through just enough light to make patterns on the ground. Shifting patterns, moving with the wind. You sit down at the base of the tree. Your back against the trunk, which is rough and warm and solid. You can feel the aliveness of the tree through your back. Something slow and patient and very old. The tree has been here for a long time. It has seen the dry seasons and the rains. It has seen the great herds pass and return and pass again. It has no interest in hurrying. Let some of that patience move into you now through the bark at your back. Let your spine absorb it. Let it travel up through your body and settle somewhere deep in your chest. From here, under the tree, the plain looks even more vast. You can see the shimmer of heat in the distance. The way the air above the ground moves and wavers in the afternoon sun, making the far horizon soft and dreamlike, as if the land at its furthest edge is dissolving gently into the sky. And now, slowly, at the very limit of your vision, you begin to see movement. A dark shape, then several, then many. A herd of wildebeest moving across the plain in a long, slow line. They are too far away to hear clearly, but you can imagine the sound. The low calls, the movement of so many hooves on dry earth. They move with purpose and without hurry. They have been making this journey for longer than history. The same routes, the same seasons, following the rain and the new grass. Generation after generation after generation. There is something in watching them that quiets a very old part of you. The part that recognizes, at some level beneath words, that this is how life works. That movement and return and movement again is not a problem to be solved, but the rhythm of existence itself. Breathe slowly. Watch them move. Let the enormity of the plain hold both them and you without effort. Now, closer to you, something else catches your attention. On a low branch of a nearby tree, a small bird lands. Bright-chested, quick-eyed, absolutely still for a moment. It turns its head and seems to look directly at you. Not with fear, but with a calm, frank curiosity. You are in its world. It has known humans before. It is deciding, in whatever way a bird decides, that you are not a threat. That you are simply another creature resting in the shade. It ruffles its feathers once, and then begins to sing. A short, intricate, liquid phrase. Then again, slightly different. You listen with your full attention. Each phrase complete in itself. Each one a small, perfect thing. Gone the moment it arrives. And then another one, already different, already new. Let your mind be like that for a moment. Each thought a brief, complete phrase. Arising and dissolving. Not grasping, not following. Just arriving and passing like the bird's song in the warm air. The sun is beginning to move lower in the sky. The light is changing, becoming more golden, more horizontal, striking the tops of the grasses and turning them copper and amber. The shadows of the trees are lengthening across the ground. Everything is becoming more beautiful and more vivid in this late light. This is the hour the Africans call the hour of gold, when the land seems to be lit from within, when even the dust in the air catches the light and glows, when everything that was just the plain an hour ago becomes something extraordinary. You can hear, somewhere in the middle distance, the sound of water. A slow river moving between banks, half hidden by papyrus and reeds. You rise slowly and walk toward it. The ground slopes gently down and the grasses give way to lower, greener growth. The air becomes slightly cooler, slightly more moist. You part the tall reeds and stand at the edge of the river. The water is brown and slow and deep, moving with a quiet, steady purpose toward somewhere you cannot see. It reflects the late sky in long, rippling strips of gold and blue. On the far bank, a line of trees hangs over the water, their roots trailing in the current. You kneel at the edge and touch the water with your fingers. It is cool and silky and immediate. The most present thing you have touched today. Just water. Just this river, in this moment, moving through this ancient land. You cup your hands and bring some water to your face. Let it run over your skin. Let the coolness of it wake you up more fully into this moment, into this vast, quiet, living world you are inhabiting right now. From the river, near the far bank, a family of elephants appears slowly through the trees. First one, enormous and unhurried. Then another, slightly smaller. Then a young one, close to its mother's side. They move to the water's edge and begin to drink. The great gray bodies reflecting in the still shallows. The young one stepping into the water with evident pleasure. Splashing slightly, pushing against its mother's leg. She moves with absolute patience, paying it gentle attention. The oldest elephant lifts her head and seems to look across the river for a long moment. Her eyes are ancient. They carry something that is beyond what you have words for. A knowledge that has nothing to do with language. A presence that has come from decades of living fully in this world. She sees you. You are certain of it. And she is not alarmed. She holds your gaze for a moment that feels longer than it is. And then she returns to drinking. You have been accepted. You are, for this moment, simply part of the life of this place. Let that feeling move through you. The feeling of belonging to something vast and ancient and indifferent to your name and your history. The feeling of being just one creature among the countless creatures of the earth. Not diminished by that. Enlarged by it. Freed from the exhausting work of being the center of everything. Here you are simply alive. Simply present. Simply here. That is enough. That is more than enough. That is everything. The elephants move slowly back into the trees and disappear. The river continues its quiet movement. The light on the water is pure gold now. The sun is close to the horizon and the sky in that direction is deepening into orange and rose. You can feel the day beginning to release its heat. A cooler breath moving up from the river. The birds are changing. The daytime songs quieting. And from somewhere out on the plain, as if in response to the fading light, a sound rises that you feel in the center of your chest. Deep and resonant and unmistakable. A lion. far away, unthreatening, simply announcing its presence in the ancient way. The sound travels across the plain and seems to roll back from the sky itself. Everything alive out there has heard it. Everything has adjusted, shifted, recalibrated. Not in panic, but in the quiet attentiveness of creatures that know their world. The sound fades and the silence that follows it is different from the silence before. Fuller, more textured, more alive. You sit again at the water's edge as the sky continues to change. The orange deepening to red, the red softening to purple at the edges. The first star appearing, a single point of light in the darkening east. Then another. Then, as if a door is opening slowly, many more. The sky over the African savannah at night is unlike any sky you have seen from a city. It is full. So full that the darkness between the stars seems like the exception and the light seems like the rule. The Milky Way becoming visible as a river of soft light arching overhead. More stars than you can comprehend. More distance than any number can convey. And you, sitting at the edge of a slow river in the heart of an ancient continent, looking up at all of it, feeling very small, and somehow, paradoxically, very complete. Lie back on the warm earth now. The ground still holds the heat of the day. Let it rise up through your back, through your shoulders, through the back of your skull. Let it warm you from below as the cool night air begins to arrive from above. Watch the stars. Do not think about them. Do not name them or measure them or place them in any system. Simply see them. Let your eyes receive their light without interpretation. That light has been traveling for unimaginable distances to arrive at your eyes in this moment. Let that be a fact you simply rest inside of. The sounds of the night are beginning, different from the sounds of the day. Deeper, slower, more mysterious. The low percussion of frogs beginning near the water. The distant call of something hunting or calling to its own kind or simply speaking to the dark. The wind moving through the grasses in long, slow pulses. The whole enormous plain alive and breathing in the dark. You are part of it. You have always been part of it. Every cell in your body is made of the same elements as the earth beneath you and the stars above you. You are not separate from this world. You are an expression of it. One more form that the universe is taking, briefly and beautifully, in this particular moment. Let your body become very heavy now. Let it sink into the warm earth. Let every muscle release. Every held tension, every gripped place in the body, let it all dissolve into the ground. Let the earth take it. The earth has been taking things and transforming them for 4 billion years. It knows what to do with what you no longer need. Trust it. Give it what you are ready to release. The worries, the resistances, the accumulated tightness of a life lived mostly indoors, mostly hurrying. Let it go into the ground. And let the stillness of this enormous night sky come down into you in its place. Stay here as long as you wish. There is no hurry. The stars will not move perceptibly in the time you have. The river will not change. The plane will breathe quietly around you. The earth will hold you with complete reliability. You do not need to do anything. You do not need to become anything. You do not need to figure anything out. You are allowed to simply be here, under this sky, on this ancient ground, breathing this warm, fragrant air, for as long as you choose. When you are ready to return, let it happen slowly. Begin to feel your breath becoming slightly deeper. Begin to feel the physical body more fully. The weight of the limbs, the temperature of the skin, the surface you are resting on. Let the sounds of your actual surroundings come back to you gently, without resistance. They do not erase where you have been. They simply invite you back to the surface of your day. Bring one thing back with you from the savannah. It might be the quality of the light on the grasses, the patience of the tree against your back, the sound of the lion carried across open space, the look in the elephant's ancient eye, the weight of stars, the feeling of belonging to something far larger than your name or your story. Hold that thing gently as you return. Let it sit somewhere quiet inside you for the rest of the day. A reminder that the world is vast and alive and unhurried, and that you are always and already a part of it. Take one full, slow breath in and release it. Open your eyes when you are ready. Welcome back.